Yo, what's up, everyone? It's Thursday. It's time for Crash and Burn. Tonight is July 7th, and it is our 47th episode, almost coming up on a full 50 episodes. So let's do something special for episode number 50. With me tonight is our usual crew here. Erica, how are you tonight?
Good.
Cool. And Glenn and Leah, how are you guys tonight?
I'm good.
Good. What?
The original.
You copied her, so I copied you.
Anyway, we're good.
Cool. And our guest tonight is Mr. Eddie from Tactical Outfitters. How are you tonight? Thanks for coming on.
Super. Thanks for asking.
Cool. So let's get this party started here. So last week we didn't have a show. Glenn and Leah had just moved into their new apartment, so we gave them a little bit of a break and took a week off. So we had 4th of July. 4th of July was a good time. The four of us hung out, so we all ended up having a good time together. So
We didn't see any fireworks. Anybody else?
No, I didn't
or
get
have
to
any good fireworks story like hold my beer moments.
We saw them from our house, kind of, through the trees.
we saw them on the ride home from Leah's parents, actually, remember?
Yeah, you're in there.
Yeah. I mean, I was trying to drive at the same time, so. Robbie wants to know, is it hot as hell upstate? Yes.
Yes.
On the way home today from work, it was 88 still.
But that doesn't. The humidity is like off the charts. We haven't
It
had
is.
any rain. All of our grass is brown and crispy.
I noticed it was brown when I got home.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't water the grass.
It's a waste of water.
Yeah, I'm cheap.
Yeah. This past Sunday, we also had a really awesome machine gun shoot that my company, All Star Tactical, Glenn and I went and held this shoot down at the firing pin, and it was awesome. We ran about 70 or so people through, and they all got a chance to play with some machine guns or our SBR. Did not really have any butt-puckering moments. Everybody was very, very safe. I had a good time. How about you, Glenn?
Had a really good time, and like you said, no butt puckering moments, which was surprising, but welcome.
It was, and no super shady characters. We had a couple people that sort of piqued our interest as odd, but nothing for us to really worry about at this point. Yeah, Leah, tell us about this new job you got.
So, I got a new job.
Yeah.
A local hotel recently bought the home of Rochester's oldest ladies club. So I think the best thing you can compare them to is like, I don't even know, like
It's the Daughters of the American Revolution from Gilmore Girls.
of Rochester. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Wolf Hunters.
yeah, I guess. But so they need a liaison between them and the hotel to help them plan events. So I'm going to help them plan events. And I'm excited about it because it's in a 100-year-old house and I get to go to a cool house every day. Not every day, but often.
Fun.
When do you start?
I'm not sure yet. I have to get in during when the ladies are playing bridge so I can meet them all.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's pretty
You're
exciting.
gonna have to learn how to play bridge.
I'm so excited. I'm
Did
so excited. The house is full of
Schedule-
beautiful furniture and art, and they have a ballroom and a library, and I'm excited.
Could you schedule a chance for Glenn and I to play bridge with a bunch of old women and we'll film it?
You guys, actually, that would probably be really fun.
All topless.
You know how to play
No, I have no
bridge?
idea. I know how to make a bridge.
I don't even know, like, have a concept of what, like, how, like, even, like, to begin how to play.
Right.
Like, do you hold cards in your hand, or like war?
I don't know.
I can play hearts and spades.
I play
That's
war.
Yeah.
I'm being
What is
gold.
that good for?
Absolutely nothing.
Anyway, also about I don't know, what am I on, day 6, day 7 right now of the keto diet, and it's rough. I've been trying to figure out new things to eat.
You are not cranky as much anymore. Too bad.
What was I?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
What are you talking about?
And that's how I know you're not too bad, because I can say you were not that cranky and you didn't just totally bite my head off.
Whatevs.
You
Oh,
you like got into it with the boys over like dinner one night over something really ridiculous.
whatever.
So you were straight PMSing. Now you know what it's like.
I said no mayonnaise.
Those of you listening live right now, make sure you guys jump on to gunchannels.com/crashandburn and join in our chat, or you can always send questions in through Google, but Gun Channels chat room is the best place to do it. So get asked, what am I eating? A lot of meat. Like, for instance, today for lunch I had an avocado. Just an avocado.
That's not meat.
No, but for dinner, Glenn was going to Mighty Taco, so I had him get 2 chicken burritos, and I just ate everything out of the inside. And we looked it up on their thing, and it was only ended up being like 3 grams of carbs per burrito.
You made those fun fat bombs.
I did. I made fat bombs, which are awesome.
Which
They're
are
great
literally
dessert treats.
Lard in little cupcake form.
It is. It's like 30 grams of fat and 0.7 grams of carbs, so it's perfect.
Yeah. It'll give you a heart attack. But you're losing weight. You've dropped.
I am. I was started at like 216 when I started keto. I'm down. I got all the way down to 206. I weighed myself this morning. I was like 209. We'll see. Took a really big poop earlier, so.
I just have a quick question. What link should I be sharing on my social media for this?
Not the one I sent you on Facebook.
Okay.
The link that I posted in like the Crash and Burn listeners, that Google event link is the one to share. If you share the other one, they'll all end up on the show with us.
That'll be awesome.
Which should be cool, but very confusing. Also, to address the other question, which booze is allowed on keto? And I researched this extensively because it's an important part of my life. And it basically, bourbon, whiskey, tequila, vodka, and gin are all 0 carbs.
So you're really not that bad off. I mean, you can eat bacon, all the meat to your face, straight to your dome piece.
Yeah, and the lower I keep it, the faster I'll get into it.
That's the hard part, right? Like getting into keto.
Ketosis, yeah.
Ketosis.
And they
ketosis,
say stay under 15 grams for the fastest. If you stay under 20, I've been well under 20. Some days I probably was under 10 also. But I didn't get the keto flu, it seems, but I'm also taking...
Really? Because you were complaining about how your stomach hurt, how achy you were, how you just felt miserable.
Nah.
That must have been something else.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like something I would do.
No.
I am still sore from taking ballet last night, though.
I can't believe you're going to tell everybody that. I didn't put it in the thing.
It'll get out at some point. So I'm comfortable enough with myself that I don't mind talking about it. I'm really excited for next week to just go lay on the floor.
Are you going to come to Modern?
Yeah, I'm just going to lay on the floor.
I love Modern.
Oh, why not?
Literally, it's an hour and a half class, and we literally for the first half an hour laid in like spread eagle position on the floor and practiced breathing. It was great.
Where else could I lay down with a bunch of pretty girls? Spread eagle. You know, the guys are missing out. Yoga class, none of those girls want anything to do with you. The dance girls, they're all over the dudes that are there.
They are, because they're like, oh, he can lift me up and spin me and do cool flips.
Right. And
Yeah.
I'm all like, not gay.
Yeah.
So, what else we got for gun channels here? Al and Erica are talking about the America juice you got me for my vape. Tastes
Yeah,
like
for,
Bomb Pops.
for 4th of July. You asked me to go pick you some.
Glenn, I had a thought about that today, actually.
What?
Mhm.
The breath with keto.
Mhm.
I don't know if it's anything to do with ketosis. I bet you it's as simple as no, I'm not. This is not scientifically at all. This is me just throwing shit out there. When you eat carbs, the type of food that has carbs, like a dog, probably self kind of clean your teeth throughout the day. Hard bread and all that. No. Okay. Whatever.
No. When I took nutrition class in college, the reason you get bad breath is like one of the chemicals that's given off from that process comes out through your, like, basically bubbles up through you.
That's
Really?
disgusting.
That's awful. I'll have to keep mints around, sugar-free mints or something.
They said that some people it's worse, some people it's not as bad, but some people it's really bad.
I noticed it yesterday, later in the day.
I didn't notice anything.
No, you haven't noticed anything?
Not
Okay.
yet.
But I usually mouthwash twice a day or something. So, we lost Eddie. I didn't even notice. He just texted me, said he lost power at his shop. He'll be right back on.
Oof.
Oh no.
Get us set to get the keto sticks to pee on. That's what your friend said to get too, right, Glenn?
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Yeah, I'll try. I'll give it a try. I like peeing on stuff.
It's kind of like, you're pregnant.
Wrong one, Mike. All right, cool. While we're waiting for Eddie here, we don't have any new sponsors for this month. So anybody who's interested and has small business or wants to, want some shout outs or get your name out there or whatever, it's very, very, very inexpensive. It helps us pay for our Spreaker, which is our iTunes stuff. So it's $40 a month. If you know anybody that's interested that wants in on it, hit us up. Would be awesome. But obviously, thank you to Erica's company, sticknoevil.com, and my hosting company, truenegative.com, for sort of fronting the bill for a lot of the stuff we do. So while we're waiting for Eddie, I'm going to throw it over to you, Erica, for the first news topic of tonight.
Okay. Well, I decided not to go with any of the big ones because obviously you guys, you know us. We'll hit those in a little bit. But something maybe you have missed in the news recently, we are talking about Bill Cosby, and he lost his latest bid to get the sex assault charges dismissed. Pennsylvania judge today denied his latest bid to have the sexual assault charges against him thrown out, so that he must stand trial in this case.
Wow.
Yeah, I
That's
thought
good.
that, it was kind of everything else that we've been going through. I kind of feel this is not like this is a win for us or anything like that, but
no, but it seems to be the right thing for the judicial system, or something like that.
So, I don't know. It wasn't so awful. I mean, at least he's got to go on trial. He's got to go through all of this stuff. I don't know if he's going to get charged with anything. I don't know how strong their case is. I don't know what they're going to be able to, get thrown out and stuff like that. But in the least, it's going to really put him out. It's going to be a real pain in the butt to have to go and do this in the least.
Sure.
So that's what's going on there. Not much more to say about it, but that he has to stand trial. So I thought that was...
Like, they're not going to make this easy for him.
No.
Absolutely not.
It's taken a long time.
Do you think he'll do trial by a jury or just by a judge? Or does he have that choice? Does he have that choice?
I think it's jury. I don't think he has the choice.
I believe in criminal, you have to go by jury.
Yeah.
I don't think you get... I think civil you could choose.
Well, civil is automatically judge, but you have the right to jury over anything over $5.
Yeah.
Cosby's lawyers say the case should be dismissed, obviously, or in the alternative, should be ordered to testify at a new preliminary hearing and face cross-examination. However, prosecutors said the current case law allows the use of hearsay as preliminary. I guess there's some hearsay going on, so they're trying to get rid of that, but the prosecutors are like, nope, that's allowed, we're keeping it. So they're going for it. Trial.
They're saying that what was overheard can be used to go to trial, but that can't be used in trial.
Oh, okay. All
They're
right.
saying those people have to come and testify at the trial, but they don't have to testify at a pre-trial hearing.
Okay.
Basically, Cosby's trying to get thrown out on a technicality. That's bullshit.
Well, that's how everything works, though. Everything gets thrown out on
Sure.
a technicality. You know, I mean, that's how people don't have to do the maximum sentences and stuff because, whatever, you know, hearsay, somebody didn't do their job correctly, or, you know, somebody says, I was unsure on the stand, and there you go. But he still has to go to trial. So at least he's got to do that. And you don't just get, oh, well, law doesn't pertain to you.
Yeah.
So that was my news article.
He must not have donated enough to the Clinton Foundation.
Speaking of, before we get into, the California laws with Eddie and all the stuff going on with Hillary, I'm gonna shuffle this around a little bit here. So, let's do what everybody's drinking tonight first. So, Glenn and Leah, what are you guys drinking?
We are drinking Great Lakes Brewing Company Steady Rollin' Session IPA.
It's their new IPA.
Cool. Any good?
Not as good as the Founders All Day IPA, but it is better than that swill we had from Genesee the other night.
That Pilsner?
Yes.
I'm drinking the Lexington bourbon. It's been a while since I've had some bourbon, so how about you, Ari?
I'm drinking the Rattlesnake Rosie's whiskey, Apple Shine. Nope. Apple Moon. Nope. Apple Pie.
Apple pie whiskey.
Something like that. Apparently I've had a little bit too much already. No, it's really good. And I haven't been drinking a lot of it because I feel bad. Like if we go and sit in bed after the day and then I have that and you just look at me like.
No, it's fine. I'll just eat a fat bomb. Eddie, are you still working? Are you able to enjoy a frosty beverage?
I am, well, I'm at the shop, but I'm just drinking water because I'm carrying. So in our county, we're not allowed to consume alcohol while we're carrying. So I still have to drive home.
Other than that, that's also a great idea. I don't drink when I'm carrying as well.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let me shuffle this in here. I wanted to touch base quickly because I came across an article somebody shared, but I actually saw this earlier in the day also. Have you guys seen the Ohio professor that posted on Facebook saying, look, there's only one solution. A bunch of us anti-gun types are going to have to arm ourselves, storm the NRA headquarters in Fairfax, Virginia, and make sure there are no survivors. This action might also require coordinated hits at remote sites like Washington lobbyists. Then and only then will we see some legislative action on assault weapons. Have a nice day.
Good luck.
Yeah, that seems unlikely to succeed.
That would be the most awesome field trip ever.
I don't think this guy
He has the dumb.
knows what he thinks he knows. Yeah.
Really bad case of it.
Yeah.
I want to know what he's drinking.
Yeah.
Seriously. So,
Lots
other
of-
than that, before we actually get into Eddie's interview where we'll talk about a little bit about tactical outfitters, Eddie, give us the lowdown on what happened in California last week.
So you want the whole thing, or
Yeah,
are we
just-
talking about it right now?
Yeah, let's do all about California, and then we'll talk a little bit about Hillary, and then do that.
Okay, so on the 2nd, they passed a bunch of bills. They actually passed 6 really bad ones, and then they vetoed a couple. But once you see, especially one of the ones that they vetoed, you're gonna be like, what the hell? But so AB 1135, that one basically bans common and constitutionally protected firearms that have magazine locking devices. So basically any bullet button type gun. So all these are passed. These are, I don't have the exact dates of when they go into effect. I think a lot of them are January 1st. But so there's a little bit of time, I guess, to do what you need to do. AB 1511. criminalizes loaning of firearms between personally known law-abiding adults, including family members, sports persons, and competitors. So, say if your sister is getting harassed by somebody, she's got a restraining order, whether or not she does, and this guy has threatened to kill her or whatever, you couldn't give your sister the gun for overnight, for a week, or whatever to protect herself. You would be criminally charged for that. AB 1695.
Prior to this, you were able to?
Yeah, you. I believe. I don't know the exact. I don't know the exact what it was. I think it used to be family members were okay, and even I don't even think there was any. I don't know, to be honest. I think it was family members, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
I know you can, as long as say if you and I are at the range, and I ask to shoot your gun, with you standing right there, that's fine. But say you go over to the porta potty to take a dump, then I just committed a crime.
Right.
So, and then the next one is AB 1695. It says, what was this one? Okay, so this one is really stupid. Makes a non-violent misdemeanor a prohibiting offense. So basically, what it is it's the bill that you're not allowed to. You get criminally charged if you do a false police report that your firearm is stolen. So I don't know if that's really been. I mean, like, who's going out and saying? Is that even that big of an issue that people are saying? That they're having a problem with people making false guns stolen reports. That one is just retarded.
The funny thing about that, I had a small discussion with our local SWAT friend here about that, and it was about a criminal here that essentially what happened? He said that this guy had his 8th or 9th pistol stolen, and this cop knew what was up. He lived in the suburbs, but all of his guns were stolen in the city. So come on. And this cop appeared in front of the judge and recommended that he lose his pistol permit, and he got a tongue lashing from the judge about how it wasn't his responsibility to make that judgment and this and that, and we'll get right into the cop stuff today as well. But that made my blood boil that nothing was done about that. So that's I just wanted to comment that.
Okay. And then SB 880, basically it's the same thing. It bans common and constitutionally protected firearms that have magazine locking devices. So basically that one's the bullet button again. So it's basically just the same thing as 1135. SB 1235 has new restrictions on ammunition purchases, creates a DOJ database of ammunition owners. So this one's called the SAFE Act. This one's done by De Leon, the ghost gun guy. So apparently, in order to buy ammunition in California, we're going to have to. I think it's pretty similar to what Illinois is doing, like in Chicago and stuff. You have to get a background check to buy ammo, and then you got to get you pay. It's going to be like $50 every year to get this ammo purchasing card, and then anybody that wants to sell ammo, they have to get a license to sell ammo. And then it also creates a system for collecting info on how much ammo you buy and whatnot. So it's the same thing as kind of the assault weapons list that you're going to have to register your firearms and stuff.
Right.
So like with 1135 and 880, what that means is basically we have to register our AR-15s as assault weapons by so-and-so date. And then you can't. So basically, you can't have anything. You can't have anything that drops a mag with these. Now that they've done away with the bullet button laws, you can't have anything that drops a mag. So that's Ruger 1022s. That's AKs, ARs. You actually can't have. For a second, we thought it was pistols too, but the only restriction on pistols is we're not allowed to have pistols that have a threaded barrel. That you can load the mag from a different spot other than the pistol grip. And if you have some kind of secondary grip on your pistol, then you can't have those either. So I'm assuming that's how they got AR-15 pistols in there.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's why also Glenn and I have seen a increase in purchases of our safe mod from California people, because our safe mod being generally considered permanently attached in New York, maybe it'll now apply in California also.
Yeah. So there's a couple. There's that Bullet Button company came out with something too, but you basically have to rack the lower from the upper, and then that's how you can release it. But
right,
who's going to do that?
Yeah, our New York State said that's no-go in New York for us. That basically that same design that Bullet Button came out with.
Yeah. So then we got the ammo 1235. Then we have SB 1446, which is the ban and confiscation of any mags over 10 rounds. So we're supposed to turn those in. And what's funny about that one is at the last minute in February, they made the police unions and the police lobbyists, because that bill probably wouldn't have passed if the police unions and police lobbyists didn't jump in. What happened was when the original bill was written, they were really pissed that there was no exception for retired law enforcement and reserve deputies. So in February, they did a last-minute backdoor with the governor and whoever else was writing the bills to put the exception in there for law enforcement, retired law enforcement, and reserve deputies. So basically, the police lobbyists and unions kind of screwed us on that one, just like they did with the CCW one for the schools that just happened. They were going to do the same thing. They were going to make hell about the CCW one, where CCW carriers, including retired law enforcement and reserve deputies, they weren't going to be allowed to carry in schools either, but then they made a big commotion about it, and they got them approved, but basically screwed over everybody else like the CCW. So the California Police Union and lobbyists can suck a D, because they're just pieces of crap, to be honest. A lot of cops will tell you that they're not real fans of them either, but they don't really do anything. So. And then there's some bills that he didn't, that he vetoed. Well, before I get into the ones that he vetoed, there's still one more. That there's basically two bills that kind of have to do with 80%. And one of them is Governor Brown is just left for a 2-week vacation, and I believe they have a certain amount of days to sign the bill, or else it automatically goes into effect. So we have this guy, Gavin Newsom, or whatever his last name is, he's just hardcore crazy, and he's probably going to be the one that signs the bill. So 80% are going to be screwed for us too, eventually, here in California within the next week or two. But the ones he vetoed are AB 1673, that says it would have redefined firearms to include objects that are not firearms. So it would have made like uppers would have. So any part of the gun basically would have been considered the firearm. So I guess he figured that was just too vague, so vetoed that one. AB 1674 he vetoed, which is you can only buy one firearm in a 30-day period. So right now in California we can only buy one handgun a month, but I don't think we have a limit on rifles.
One handgun a month.
One handgun a month.
Wow.
Because they don't want us like pop, 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 pop. They just want us like that.
Just one.
So,
pop, pop, pop.
Yeah, there's no Doc Holliday around here.
Aha! I got one for each of you.
You like that? Yeah. But So then the next one. Okay, so AB 20. This is actually a really good one that he vetoed. It would have dramatically expanded the reach of secret gun violence restraining orders. So what that was, right now we have this thing called gun violence restraining orders. So say I talk a bunch of shit to my wife and she decides she hates me, she can say she can move out or whatever and say I don't feel comfortable because she's a family member, or my mom, my dad, or my brothers and sisters can go to the police department and request that I get a gun violence or a what is it called? Gun violence restraining order, basically. And what that does is as soon as you go and get that, you're automatically guilty until proven innocent. So what you have to do then is say baby's mama gets mad, she goes to the police department, gets a gun violence restraining order, and then what'll happen is you'll get served with this, I guess, somehow. And what you have to do is you have to take your firearms to the police department, or you have to take it to an FFL, and you have to keep them there for 30 days. And after 30 days, you go in front of the judge and you try to prove your innocence, basically. If the judge doesn't feel that you're innocent enough, then then I don't know I don't know what the exact amount of time is, but I think it's a year. You have to wait again to petition yourself for your innocence or whatever. But like our local, 11 doors down from my shop here, I have a gun shop, and he just can't take any more guns because he doesn't have safes for all the ridiculous people that are getting these gun violence restraining orders. He's charging them basically like rent to hold these people's guns, and what's happening a lot of times is they're piece of shit guns and nobody's coming back for them. So now he's like, what do I do with these? So it's creating so much more problems. So with this bill, basically, it would have expanded it to also coworkers and employers. So say you go to work and you're an asshole, Billy. Billy's like, oh yeah. And then go to the police department and then say, I want a gun violence restraining order on Sam over here, and then you got 30 days to go prove your innocence.
They're just gonna go, oh, okay.
So guilty
okay.
until proven innocent.
Yeah, straight up. There's no
If that happened to you, Mike?
Oh God, yeah. What
There's no due process. I could literally walk to the police station and say, my husband was mean to me.
A police officer can do that.
In California, you can do that. In California, you could do that right now. But the bill that they were trying to pass would have allowed your coworkers. So if your coworker was just a dick, he could do it, or your boss, or.
Yeah, what if you took their job? What if you did something better and you got a promotion over them, and they were like, Psh, I know he's got guns, so.
What if they wanted to shoot you and just figured they go the long way around it?
Not everybody
I'm glad they
wants to
vetoed
pull a
it.
gun on them.
Yeah, that's why I'm really nice to my family now, and I get them really nice gifts, and always give my wife shoulder massage. I'm like, oh, don't take my gun, baby. Girl, you know you don't want to take my gun. Yeah. So, what else do we have here? Then SB 894. That one's kind of weird. That one, basically, there's already a bill. There's already something that would have, if you don't report your lost or stolen firearm, it's a crime. So it would have made it like a double crime.
It's like New York.
So it's friggin' retarded. And then AB 857 is the one that's still pending, and that's the one where you have to apply to DOJ to get a serial number for your home manufactured firearm. So, at that point, then there's really no point of having an 80%.
Right.
So, so that one's gonna pass. So, people in California have until probably January to build 80s, or I guess you could build them anyways. Do what you want.
Yeah.
But so it's really
like
retarded.
Erica said in gun channels, wait until New York tries to one up California.
Oh, Cuomo won't let this go. He has to be the most strict on gun laws. He has to. He'll
I feel
come
like
back.
that's what he wants to
Don't
do.
worry. We'll
He
get.
has to be, or someone will realize that he paid for everything in the government and got whatever he wanted.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Check on something.
do you think it'll take?
And one of the rumors that was going around was that, and I believe it's, I'm quoting it right, but there was an existing bill that that made, if somebody was going to your house and steal your Glocks cost what, $500, because it was under $950, it wouldn't be a felony, it would just be a misdemeanor. So somebody could go into my house, steal my gun, and then that's just a misdemeanor. I'm sure there will be other charges on top of that, but the actual just stealing gun, that's only a misdemeanor. So I believe they amended that bill to that now it is actually a felony if you steal a gun, so which is good. And but a lot of people thought he vetoed that one, but that one actually was just, in all the chaos, I think that one was just amended. But what I want to happen, I seriously want this to happen just so I can laugh my ass off. I want somebody to steal somebody's gun. I want them to steal, say they got an older SIG with the standard 15-round mags, and what I want to happen is I want the gun to get stolen, and then the guy who stole the gun with the mags to get a misdemeanor, but then I want the guy with the mags to get a felony, or what they actually own the gun to get a felony because he owned a 15-round mag. Like that's how that's gonna happen. I'm sure it is. Like,
Yeah.
probably happened to me, but
Yeah, no, it's they basically just banned every single semi-automatic rifle in the state.
How
Yeah.
from a business standpoint, how are some shops going to stay in business with only being able to sell to somebody
one gun a month.
I mean, I know that maybe
it's one
some people it
handgun a
sounds
month
like,
right now.
oh, well, you can get a handgun a month. How many do you buy? However many I want, because I can.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, you'd be
What
surprised, right?
Yeah.
That was my first thought, but is it not that apparent in California?
So, it's a pretty big deal. Like I said, 11 Doors Down is a gun shop for me, and for me, it doesn't really affect me that much because we're just parts and accessories and mainly all the stuff you see behind me. But for the gun shops, what they're talking about is going featureless. I mean, they're going to have featureless, I guess, AR-15s and have some kind of. But the thing is, I'm under the impression that what gun manufacturers are really going to be busting these things out, you know.
Well, if they want to
So,
sell it, we're going to have to change it up.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, if our safe
yeah,
not there, I would gladly provide people. I've heard a lot of people saying they're not going to do business with California. They said that with New York. I think that's the wrong approach right now. I say we figure out a solution as gun vendors and industry people and flood the market.
exactly. Arm as many people as possible, but what I mean, they don't, because I guess in California here, people just buy whatever. I mean, we have a huge gun population here, and I mean, I guess you still have shotguns and you got bolt guns, but from what I've heard, there's really no solution for AKs or anything like that I've heard of. But for ARs, all I've really heard is going featureless or buying guns out of state that have some kind of, approved mag retention device. They honestly don't know. Well, I've been to actually 3 gun shops, and they honestly don't know what they're gonna do.
Sounds like us in New York. I mean, the laws aren't crystal clear until somebody gets prosecuted with things. And until that, you don't want to be the first one to go in front of everybody to be the
Sure.
example.
Yeah, nobody wants to be case law. Now, with all this said, before we move on a little bit onto the Hillary stuff, give me a little background on because help me explain this better. California is similar to New York in the fact that you have liberal pockets, and people don't realize that much of California is rural, like upstate New York, and there are a lot of gun owners in California.
It's, you know what, it's not even, California is weird because I honestly think a lot of what's happening right now is our own fault, to be quite honest. It's because Californians, not that they're lazy, but they procrastinate a lot. And when we buy, I would say we have a lot of rural areas. I kind of live in a semi-rural area, but Californians, there's like tons of guns out here. But the thing is they don't do anything, until it's like, oh crap, they passed all these bills. Now I gotta sign all these change.org petitions.
Right.
That's when they do something. They don't. They wait until it's too late. California has a really bad kind of like that lackadaisical kind of procrastinating attitude where they don't really do anything until it's too late. And then when it's too late, they're all da-da,
You're like gun surfer boys. Like,
yeah, it's just
man.
You can kind of.
Yeah, but that applies to New York too. None of us are up in arms about anything. I mean, we had the rallies, but Eddie, you said there's rallies being done.
Yeah, there's rallies coming up, but to be honest, no. I mean, the best thing, the best thing I can tell people to do for California is, start donating money to people that are actually giving a damn in California, which would be
FTC.
Yeah, like Firearms Policy Coalition. What are they called? I just butchered their name, I think.
No, I think FPC, and then I think you said Cal Guns.
Yeah, FPC, Cal Guns Foundation. NRA is good for a national kind of thing, but honestly, I think they've written off California and New York.
Totally agree.
So if money's an issue and money's tight, if you live in California, I probably wouldn't give it to NRA. I would give it to my favorite right now is probably Firearms Policy Coalition. Every event that we go to, they have a rep there. It's the only organization that I've seen so much activism from. So that's the one I'm going to start really hardcore supporting now. But it's just, Californians just waited too long to make a difference, and now, we're getting our ass handed to us. So, but, I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
It's good that we're doing something now, but it's
So final word: people get out there and support whatever local options you have. For our listeners in New York, we need to stick together and figure out whether NYSERPA or Scope is an option. And guys and gals in California, FPC, Firearms Policy Coalition, seems to be the one to go for.
Yeah, and
so
if go ahead, I lost my train of thought.
Well, let's do this. Let's before we get into Hillary, because I want to make sure people know a little bit about your company as well, because not everybody are IG homos like the rest of us. Tell us. So Erica and I have known you, Eddie, for probably 4 or 5 years now, since its early SHOT Show. And so tell everybody a little bit about the company. I won't even speak for you. Tell us a little bit about what it's all about and what you guys do.
Okay, so I started Tactical Outfitters about 4 or 5 years ago. Before that, I was a firefighter and worked in the medical field for about 10 years. And just wanted to do something different. So I started off selling police and fire equipment mainly. And then I was buying patches. I had a reseller's permit, and I was buying patches retail just because I was collecting them. So I was like, shit, I might as well just buy these things wholesale. And so I just started buying patches, and then I started buying gun stuff too, like gun accessories, but the patches would just, fly like crazy. That was back then. There was Triple Law Design, there was Mil-Spec Monkey, there was Orca Industries, there was Infidel Caps, and Mojo Tactical, and that's about it for patches. Now there's like 9 billion companies, but but so I just started carrying more and more patches, and then I just started searching for everyone's patches. Like I was buying like every patch I could find, and we still have a lot of gun stuff. I'm looking around at the store right now, and the walls are filled with gun stuff. But for sure, patches are what sells. We're the largest. We have the largest selection of morale patches in the world right now, and we're up to I think about 1,700 different patches.
Holy cow, that's fantastic.
That's crazy.
Yeah, There's about 1,700 different patches, and that doesn't include color variations. That's just 1,700 different patches. So, yeah, it's pretty much as much as I would probably rather be like a firearms parts company or something, or a patch company, and that's what pays the bills. So,
my buddy,
we do custom patches.
My buddy Kleckner wants to know if you have some good kid-friendly ones. His daughter wants to hijack his new SKD hat and get her own patch.
That shot that you did, right, with the Stormtrooper?
Oh, the latest one was cool.
Yeah, there's a lot on there. My website is definitely not kid-friendly. There's
but I'm sure he could go on there and pick out some for his.
Yeah, we're working on a new website now that'll be kind of a little bit more kid-friendly, where you could actually just click on like kid-friendly patches. But like right now, if you go on my page, it probably says "fuck" like 3 times. So it's not kid-friendly at all. But yeah, but there's a lot of them. Like for kid patches, the ones that are most popular are probably the ones that we sell from Orca Industries, and they're called Kuma Corps, Kuma. I think he spells the other part with either C or K. But they're the new rendition of the old Hello Kitty one. So now it's this bear that kind of like a bear that wears different costumes and stuff. And the history behind that is Mike from Orca Industries had this dog that passed away named Kuma, and he kind of made the line about, this dog kind of looked like a little bear, and he made a series of now bear patches to kind of replace the Hello Kitty stuff that he doesn't do anymore. So those are real popular with kids. There's a whole bunch of different ones, and they're all kid friendly. And most of them, like even my daughter wears. She has a hat that she puts patches on, and most of those you could be fine with wearing at school and stuff.
That's cool. So website's gettactical.com, correct? Or gettactical.net. I'm sorry, gettactical.net. Check that out. Follow Eddie at Tactical Outfitters on Instagram. And I had one. I forgot. You also do a little bit of custom patches, or at least sourcing for people too, right?
Yeah, we do. We have a couple options. We have our own small facility that if you really want Made America patches, we can do them. It's just you're gonna pay for them.
Yeah,
but we do design our own patches. I kind of own a second business too that also does kind of what you do too with the stickers and stuff.
Sure.
We do large format digital printing. We do banners, all that. So we can do a lot of, like when I do event shirts, that comes from my own shop, or stuff like that.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. We can make patches. All that stuff. I don't really advertise that we make banners and stuff like that anymore.
Eddie's worse at self-promotion than I am.
Yeah, seriously. Like, yeah.
I do some cool stuff. All right, cool guys. Let's go back to talking about
that.
Tell me you love sitting down and weeding decals.
No,
tell me that's not the worst thing in the world.
I will send all to you, Eddie. I will be
send all the die cut to Eddie.
You know who loves doing die cut and loves 4-inch, really intricate stickers? Eddie does. Eddie loves that shit. He will do
No.
that all day for you. I had somebody that
over there, hunched over like
yeah. All day, and you're back, and they're like, yeah, I want like 500 of these little words in script, and I want them to be 4 inches, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. How about block letters in 12 inches?
And I wanted Chrome behind it.
Oh my gosh!
God.
Oh,
yeah,
all you all day.
All right, well, make sure you guys.
It's actually. Go ahead.
No,
I'm done. I'm done unsoliciting myself.
All right. All right. So check out Eddie, gettactical.net. Bother him for custom patches. Bother him for anything. Like I said, we've known Eddie for a while now. Great part of the IG community. It just seems the IG community seems as bigger and bigger as IG gets for firearms people. The smaller and smaller group of people we sort of trust and associate with. So let's take a quick step back before we get over to Guns and Gear. I'm going to throw it over to Glenn real quick because Glenn's been, well, I've been watching Tombstone at work. Glenn's been watching Hillary stuff. So Glenn, give us a quick lowdown on everything Hillary you learned today.
Well, I watched maybe an hour to an hour and a half of the committee meeting that happened today. And basically, so if anybody's unfamiliar, which I can't believe you could be, the FBI listed all the things that Hillary Clinton did wrong, and then said, we shouldn't charge her. Because, and their argument is because she didn't mean to do anything wrong. Which I've read the actual law that she would have been charged under, that intent has no part in it. It actually says in the law that recklessness is enough for it. And they said she was reckless. So the House Oversight Committee held a emergency committee meeting today, had Comey, the director of the FBI, in, questioned the hell out of him as to why you're not going to suggest charges. And basically his entire argument was, well, in the last 100 years since the law was passed, only one person has been charged because they were reckless and didn't intend, so we didn't charge Hillary. That was his entire argument. And the Republican, primarily the Republicans, but actually a few Democrats too, were questioning him, saying, wouldn't her actions of lying about it, trying to cover it up, exercising complete control over the server and all this other stuff, indicate that she knew it was wrong and she was trying to hide it? And he's like, well, we can't really prove that. And the problem is, most of the people in Congress are also lawyers. So they know how the law works. And they're questioning him about, well, you used to be a prosecutor. You've made cases on this kind of information before. And he's like, yeah, but she didn't really mean wrong. Basically, his entire argument is Hillary Clinton 100% broke the law. The FBI has stated as fact that she has broken the law and committed felonies, but they're not going to charge her because she didn't mean to do wrong. And that's like from the director of the FBI's mouth.
Comer seems like a pussy, to be completely honest.
We should actually play that clip because he is a pussy, and you are correct.
He is, absolutely. Let me pull up the video that I shared today because it's pretty short and sweet as far as him being a pussy.
You're talking about the Trey Gowdy?
Yes.
That actually
42 seconds long.
Yeah, that occurred about 15 minutes into the actual 6-hour committee meeting.
Right. So let me see how I can pop this video out here for you guys and share it. Give me 1 second. It's loading. Okay, there we go. All right, hang on. I'm going to share my screen for 1 sec. Out. All right, can you guys see this?
Yes.
Okay, cool. For those of you who are just listening or who's listening after the fact, it's Trey Gowdy talking to Director Comey from the FBI.
Marked classified on her emails I read or received. Was that true?
That's not true. There were a small number of portion markings on, I think, 3 of the documents.
Secretary Clinton said, I did not email any classified material to anyone on my email. There is no classified material. Was that true?
There was classified material emailed.
Secretary Clinton said she used just one device. Was that true?
She used multiple devices during the 4 years of her term as Secretary of State.
Secretary Clinton said all work-related emails were returned to the State Department. Was that true?
No, we found work-related emails, thousands, that were not returned.
So what the fuck's going on here, Glenn? I mean, I'm not calling you out, but it's ridiculous. It's basically that was fact for fact proving that she's full of shit.
Well, so the trick there is Trey Gowdy is using her public comments and saying, was this true? There's no crime in lying in public.
Sure.
For her to get in front of the news cameras and say, no, I didn't email any classified information, and for her that to be a lie is not a crime. Now, where she's actually going to get possibly in some hot water, probably not because she got off way worse, is that she was under oath at times and made similar statements. And under oath, it's a felony to lie. So if they can prove you said this under oath, this was the truth, she could be in trouble. It's a harder case to make because you have to prove intent and a bunch of other stuff. Because it actually is intent in that you have to intend to mislead, and intent's tough to lead.
Right.
The problem is right now the FBI just released several statements that say she did X, Y, Z, A, B, C. All these things are illegal. But we're not going to charge her because she didn't read wrong. Even though, for normal people, intent is not part of it. And the FBI's basically, their defense is, well, we've never charged anybody before that didn't mean to do wrong. So just because nobody else has been charged before. And one other thing that really irks me, in his press conference the other day, he said, this doesn't mean somebody in the same exact position wouldn't also be in trouble.
Right. So what the fuck? He basically is agreeing that because of who she is, she's got off.
Yeah.
I don't want to end up dead either. Like, I don't blame, like, I blame him, but, like, yeah, I don't want to mysteriously die. She'll kill you. There's no fucking doubt about it.
For sure.
I mean, she might not kill you, but she will
the Clinton Foundation
will send somebody to kill you.
Is what the scary part is.
Well, I think
like
the scariest.
now.
Yeah.
I think the scariest thing I watched about an hour and a half of the committee meeting, and so Trey Gowdy is asking Comey. He goes, if somebody walked into the FBI office and applied for security clearance and they had this stuff in their past, would you give them a job in a security clearance? And he goes, no. And then like 10 minutes later he goes, if Hillary Clinton walked into your office and had this in her past, would you give her a job in a security clearance? Not in the exact same phrasing, but basically the same. And the director of the FBI goes, well, it would be important in determining her hireability.
Yeah.
And Trey Gowdy goes, you just answered my question. You answered the question differently because I said Hillary Clinton's name.
Yeah.
He said
End up dead.
There's 100% a double standard here.
Well, Hillary Clinton has, or I'm sorry, not Hillary Clinton. Thankfully, Trey Gowdy's got some balls. He's the one pushing the envelope right now.
Yes, but
he's going to end up dead.
He's also not saying, oh, yeah, we should definitely go after her. He's asking the question. He's being the devil's advocate.
But he can only do so much. And I just saw a letter earlier. I was reading Rand Paul recommending a reevaluation of it.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, so we'll see what actually happens. We got to take it by day.
The other thing I saw during the committee meeting is it was the chairman of the committee, I can't remember his name at the moment. I was asking, he goes, is lying under oath a felony? And the FBI director goes, yes, it is. He goes, why have you not looked into her lying under oath in front of the Benghazi hearing? Because she said to the Benghazi hearing, I returned all my emails, and this and this and this.
Right.
And he goes, well, I can't investigate that without a referral from Congress. And they go, you'll have it by the end of the day.
Wow.
Yeah, and so that's
another possibility. She could be...
It's the next stepping stone, I suppose.
Yeah, you could get her for... I mean, that's what they got. That's technically what Bill Clinton was impeached for.
So then my next question goes right to, We've gone through all of this. Everybody is pretty upset from it. You know, most people are very upset with, what do you mean she doesn't get in trouble, but if I did this, I would be in big trouble. I saw some people arguing over this once again. I'm still voting for her because the wording, you know, well, she didn't really do that. She wasn't found guilty, even though she was.
I was talking to a friend of mine, Kyle. Remember Kyle McGuckin?
Yeah.
So I recently became acquainted and talking with him again on Facebook, and he's got a lot of friends he was part of this big argument I was on Facebook on his page today. So he messaged me, he's like, "You having fun?" And I was like, "I want to pull my hair out." And he goes, like, after a while, he's like, I know like one person out of all my friends that is supporting Hillary. And I was like, I have like 2 people I went to high school with that live in California that are supporting Hillary.
I found another one.
We
wanted to have her on the show.
Yes.
That blew my mind.
Where are these people and why? I don't get it. I don't get how they can look at this and not go, that's just a little too shady, but they go the other way and say, it's not that bad.
Because they see Trump and they're like, I'm definitely not voting for Trump. He's a wackadoodle. He's a whatever. He's against women. He's against anybody that's not white. Blah 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 blah. So they're like, so I'm obviously going to vote for Hillary. Why not? Instead of doing that, instead of going, well, she's my only choice, why not look at the other parties?
Look third party, or I would write the fucking Odin.
Right. New York, it's kind of a crapshoot. We're not going to get anybody. It's going to be Hillary. We're a Democratic state. That's who they're going to vote in. But I'm going to use my vote to try and help the Libertarian Party.
Yeah. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Glenn or Eddie. It's 15% of the popular vote, so our vote still counts for them to get funding, right?
I believe it's 5%.
5% of the is it a popular vote or is it got to be electoral?
It's popular because some states go 100% electoral to whoever wins the state.
Okay, so I mean that seems a logical choice to me now.
That's what I would do. I know my vote, quote unquote, doesn't really count in New York anyway, so I'm going to use it to help the Libertarian Party out because I feel that my beliefs coincide with theirs more. And you don't have to just pick one party or the other. Our system it doesn't have to be a two-party system.
No, the two-party system is what got us in this situation to begin with.
You don't have to pick the worst of two evils.
Yeah, so before we get too deep into Hillary, because there's not a ton more of us just going back and forth, so I'd like to touch, because this is going to be a long show tonight, I'd like to touch a little bit on the shootings. There's a ton of shit going on all right now. So that's actually what the arguments I was in today about was over these shootings. And what I'd like to bring to you guys' attention is that I just saw on the Hit the News via a Facebook friend, 2 cops were just shot at a Black Lives Matter rally over this shit. Like what is this retaliating? I don't give a shit. I don't want to go into the details of us going over the video of the Baton Rouge dude or the concealed carry guy. Right now, I don't give a shit. Maybe next week we'll talk a little bit about that. But this is fucked up. This is not an eye for an eye shit. This is really pissing me off. The big argument I was in, basically the majority of this morning, the argument I was in on Facebook was, like, I'm an asshole for defending the cops still. Well, fuck you. I don't know. Just fuck you. Just take a step back and fuck yourself right in the face.
It's a lot. That's all right.
I've got friends that are cops. I've got friends in every industry. Not everybody's perfect. But for you to say we should go out and kill fucking pigs, I will give a fucking free machine gun to every cop that's willing to defend the rest of us over that shit. And who's willing to do the right thing. Fuck you and your go watch Idiocracy, you dumb fuck.
And not to play
Fuck.
devil's advocate, yes, we do have a lot of friends. Yes, most of or all of them I've run into are good cops.
There's bad ones out there, like every fucking profession. I get it.
And that's
It's a
I don't know,
sad reality, but it doesn't mean you start going out there and professing that, well, if he was white, he wouldn't have been shot, or fuck all cops. You know, let a cop come up on me, I'll show him. I'll let him make a decision on me. Well, the fuck you. Or
No,
I'm gonna go kill some white people today.
I get it. I totally get that. I'm not out to hurt anybody. I'm not trying to start a fight. I'm not trying to target a specific group. But from what I've been, how I grew up and what I've experienced, am I a little weary around cops? I'm sorry, I am. Okay?
Why? Do you think you're gonna get shot?
No, I don't think I'm going to get shot, but I'm really tired of any time I say something, they turn it around.
Yes, but what did your...
I got in an accident, and then I got written up for a bunch of fucking shit.
What did your dad say, though? I understand that.
You can beat the rap, but you can't beat the ride.
Bingo.
And
I've been professing that to people this whole time. It's like...
so true. It is so true.
It's absolutely true. If a cop pulls me over and wants to give me a hard time for my BMW, okay, I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be courteous. Do whatever the fuck you want. I'll make my calls later. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
I'll take care of it later, but I'm not going to resist. I'm not going to be a dick. That's when shit happens. They're just doing a job at that moment.
Yes.
It's not their job. Yes or no, they may interpret it, but just like you said, you can beat the rap. You can't beat the ride.
Yes.
Don't cause a problem.
Are they always forthcoming?
Deal with
Are they always trying to save me? No, they're not there to protect me. Okay, that is the problem. You think they're there to protect you?
No.
No,
Well,
they're not there to protect
okay.
me. They're not going to come up to my house and be like, "Oh my gosh, my door's been kicked in. Somebody fucking save me!" No. They're going to wait outside until fucking everything's done. They're going to come in, process the goddamn scene, and then they're going to give you justice. They're not going to save me.
That's not 100%
no fucking
true.
way. No, that is fucking true. Nobody's going to save me but me.
And I agree with you there. But I agree with you the point that it's a time-based thing too, though. You call 911, they're not going to be here fast enough.
You ask any of them, is their job to protect me? No, it's not. Their job is to do the law, to do their job, to bring it to process, to make sure that all the evidence there. Their job is not to protect me.
No, but you look at what the SWAT team has to deal with.
They're not there to protect me.
They're called in to stop a situation.
They're called in to stop a situation.
Which is technically protecting the possibility of other people.
No, that's there. Oh, you and I can go back and forth all day on this. You are not going to convince me they are there to protect me.
I'm not convincing you that they're there to protect you. I'm there if you call them and they respond to something, that is their current mission.
They'll respond and they'll wait outside
you think so?
Until things are done, and they'll come in, they'll process the scene.
Why wouldn't they come in the door?
Why?
Mike.
Why?
The Supreme Court has actually held that police officers have no duty or responsibility to protect you as a citizen.
And yes,
Boom!
I know that call, but that gears more towards why you should CCW and why you should take your own protection.
She's not saying that an individual police officer.
I don't disagree with you.
She's saying that it's not their primary concern.
It's not. It's absolutely not.
Oh man, we could just have
But what? No, nothing heated.
All right. Okay.
What are you getting at, though?
I don't trust them. They're not there for my best interest.
They're there to enforce the law.
They're there to enforce the law. Boom.
Correct.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
They're-
Whatever the law may be.
But if
Their
you
job
get
is to
pulled
find
over,
something.
are you going to be an asshole to them just because?
No, hands on the fucking wheel. You can see my hands. Turn the car off. Windows down. Music off.
The only bad,
Yes, officer.
I guess,
No, officer.
I guess the only bad interaction I've had with law enforcement has been when I got arrested on my 18th birthday, when that guy ripped me out of my car. But looking back, hindsight's 2020. I mean, I could see why, but he was more aggressive than he needed to be. I think that the more and more that people that they deal with the social media repercussions, the more on edge they are every time they are.
I
20, 30 years ago, this was probably not an issue.
I get it, but still, how many cops, and personally, have you said to me when you've met a new cop or been like whatever, you've been like, wow, he's totally a type A douchebag?
Absolutely. But then
And-
again, you hope that. But then again, for every one of those, I meet 4 or 5 that are.
So they're out
very
there.
good. I
That's
never
all
said
that
they
there
weren't.
is.
It's a job like anything else. There's shitty firemen.
Oh yeah.
There's shitty grocery cash registers.
Oh, I hate when they fucking ruin my bread.
But do you know
Oh,
what I mean?
that should be a grinds my gear.
But,
Ugh.
but do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's a job like anything else.
Yes, it is, and I get that. I'm
But
not
it's
saying
no reason, not to jump on you, but it's no reason, just like people shouldn't look at all tattooed people and say they're all fucking scumbags.
You're right.
Or
I
all
guess
black people.
I just have an expectation.
They shouldn't say all cops.
Every
are
time
assholes.
I get pulled over, I know no matter what I do. No, I'm not gonna be like talking back or anything like that. Yeah, I'm a little bit too truthful, and I say stupid shit like,
People are irritated.
yeah, you pulled me over because I was drag racing my husband, and I was trying to show him that my fucking Cooper has some balls.
Which it doesn't.
But I say things like that because I'm an idiot, okay?
But it's okay.
And some of them go, heh heh, and some of them don't. And I go, hands on the wheel. Okay, I'm
But
going to
it's
get a
fine.
fucking ticket.
It's
I know
fine.
I'm going to get
we
boned.
all know if I get
Just
it.
wear a low crop shirt.
I should wear a low crop shirt. I should have a big bra on, push up the boobies. None of that works for me. I don't know what it is. Am I not dumb? Is that it? I have to go, oh my God, officer. I didn't know.
We're way. I don't even know what we were talking about. We're way out.
I don't know. I got mad at you. Now we're not mad.
You were mad at me?
No, not really. I feel like you think like everybody's out there to help you, and I want you to see the fact that they're really not.
I never said they're out there to help me. I said they're doing a job like the rest of us, and I guess that's how
I think the vast majority. I think the vast majority of officers are there for the cause. But just like any other job, I mean, there's a shit ton of fucked up ones too, probably. And you know, there's probably a lot of people that also shouldn't be cops too, because you see, you know, day in and day out, you deal with the biggest piece of crap in society, and I think some people just don't have the mental or maybe even the testicular fortitude to do that job on a daily basis. But I think the vast majority of I want to believe anyways, and I honestly think that they're there for the right reasons.
Yeah, you deal with pieces of crap all day long. You start treating everybody you deal with as a piece of crap.
You know, and that's a great point, Glenn. It's like none of us maybe realize that day in and day out, they may deal with assholes, and they immediately have a chip on their shoulder because of it. They're like, oh fuck, here comes this ditzy fucking blonde with big fake tits, and
Redhead, thank you.
redhead, sorry, with big fake tits, and I'm going to here she's gonna try and get out of it, or she's gonna say I didn't do nothing. You know what I mean? So,
No, I get that.
but all I'm saying is they immediately have a chip on their shoulder. It's not your fault. And is that wrong? Yeah. Is that it's just as wrong as people stereotyping me for tattoos or stereotyping girls as being stupid. You know what I mean? It's
Or me for my abnormally large penis.
Yeah.
Right.
Gotta be so annoying.
Eddie knows the first time any toilet water is cold.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
All right, so that's plenty of cop talk. I think we both, but I think we're literally on the same page. But
the best advice is you can't beat the rap, or you can beat the rap, but you can't beat the ride. So basically, what my dad taught me is you're gonna go. He's decided in his head, even before he's gotten out of that car, that he's giving you a ticket. You're getting a ride in the back of the cop car, but you can get out of it if you shut your mouth.
Yeah.
Shut your mouth, do what he says, and you can get out of it.
Yeah.
Okay?
I agree with that. And the final point I'd like to leave with that is it's not right of people to say, let's go out and fucking kill cops.
No, that's not right to say about any group.
No, and it's not right to say all pigs are assholes and all that. No. And I do take offense to that because I have become very close personal friends with.
They have families.
They're real. They're
you and
real
me.
people.
Like you said, they're doing a job. And
Doing
yes,
a job.
no. Am I mad? Sometimes, yes. Am I gonna shoot anybody over it? No.
No. So that is what it is. So now that I've done all the talking, Glenn, I'm going to throw it over to you for some guns and gear, so we can move the show along and maybe get some tech info out to people as well.
For guns and gear?
Guns and gear. Let's get it going.
All right. So I grabbed, because I can't find my box yet, but I grabbed from the shop some of this Barnes TAC XPD ammunition. Although apparently if you're going to buy it in California, you got to register now. Came out, I want to say maybe the year before. If anybody's familiar with the company Barnes, they do all copper bullets. So they're all lead free. They started in hunting rifle bullets.
Can I interrupt you real quick?
Yes.
Are these full rounds or just the bullet?
It's full loaded ammunition.
Okay.
Well, originally the company started out doing
rounds.
just unloaded ammunition. They just did just the bullets for reloaders. A few years ago, they got into doing rifle ammunition for hunters primarily. They also do a few precision rounds as well. And then they finally got into the handgun market with their, this is kind of their big push in the handgun market. It's a defensive hollow point. It's all copper. It expands like razor blades, and it's great stuff. It's actually what I carry every day in my 9mm. Plus, on the side of the box, it has a really cool, I don't know if they can get it to work on the camera, but a really cool little hologram of the bullet expanding. But it's really good, high-quality, loaded defensive ammunition that is very reliable. I've done a bunch of shooting with it. Never had any problems with it. And if you go to Lucky Gunner Labs, they've done a bunch of ballistic gel testing, and it works amazing. Really, it's not like some defensive ammunition is significantly more recoil. This is not that bad because it's an all copper bullet. So it's a really, really awesome defensive round, and that's what I've been carrying for about 7-8 months in my handgun.
And for you local fuckers, we carry it in the shop. Plug. Geta wants us
Can I
to
buy it with my ammo purchase ID card?
Yes.
We'll have to register you first.
Ah!
You have to provide a semen sample as well.
That's just for Glenn.
Oh,
That's
man.
awesome.
That's shop policy. That's not state law.
I hope you have a big enough bucket then.
We just got some new 5-gallon buckets in. Geta wants to talk a little bit about appendix holsters, but before that, let me do my guns and gear, and then we can all kind of chat about appendix. So I brought home today Vortex's new 2.5 to 10 by 32. Look at that small ass bell housing. Their first focal plane scope. This is actually a super nice scope. We've been selling it, carrying it for a little bit. We recommend it a lot to guys that are building sort of DMR or SPR builds for their ARs. 2.5 to 10 is a great wide range optic. First focal plane, mil-dot reticle. This is what you want. I wonder if I can even get you to see the reticle. Any of that working?
No.
No, no.
All right, so really, really nice class. We pitted this back to back with some of the. Glenn and I both have SWFA Super Sniper scopes, and this glass is stupid clear. It's the Viper PST 2.5 to 10 first focal plane, but right, Glenn, stupid clear.
I'd say it's about as bright, but it's so much clearer. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy, and I think the money on it's only $800 for a scope with a fairly wide range of magnification like that. Glenn, what else would you put it on besides an AR? I mean, that would be good for a shorty bolt gun.
That 2.5 to 10 would be great for a lightweight short bolt gun because you can mount that scope nice and low, and it would be a nice little compact package. Because it's only got the 32 millimeter front.
Right, so it would actually be an awesome, awesome package on that 16.5-inch bolt guns we do.
Yeah, absolutely.
So cool. So let's talk, all of us. Let's talk all about appendix carry. So Geta asked a little bit about AIWB, appendix inside the waistband. That's how I carry every day. That's how I taught Erica to carry, which because Geta's a woman, maybe I can let Erica elaborate. Glenn, have you ever carried appendix, or you typically stick to 4 o'clock?
I gave appendix a really good hard try. I carried for probably almost 2 months with my 1911. The problem is I carry a gun that's too big for it.
Sure.
I carry a 4-inch 1911 compact frame, so it's just a little too big. And with the hammer, it's just a little uncomfortable. If I was carrying something like a shield, that's probably where I would carry. But I stick to the 4 o'clock because I carry practically a full size gun.
And you basically, a lot of times, you're carrying outside the waistband because you're open carrying at the shop, or you throw a jacket over it to go home.
Yeah, I 90% of my carry is at the shop open carry, so I do outside the waistband mostly. But even when I do inside, I still carry 4 o'clock with inside the waistband large gun.
So Geta just mentioned she wanted to do a holster with a mag. If you want to do appendix, I highly suggest checking out M3 Tactical Kydex. Mike is a law enforcement guy. Awesome dude. He sent me his holster. You could check out my Instagram for some pics of it, but it's a dual clip, sits on either side of my waistband. All of you guys have seen it. And it also holds a secondary mag, holds my Glock 43. It's actually super comfortable. And like I said, it holds that second mag. Retention seems to be awesome in it. Other than Mike's M3 Tactical Kydex, the other option would be the Master Blaster from Alex and Ryan. Also a great holster, single clip, but has a secondary mag holster as well. So I would check those out. I think they're both awesome. Erica, give us a little bit of your opinion on appendix carry for a girl.
It's hard, and there are a lot of girls out there that say that it's not, and they say that they can carry no matter what. I think any woman that says that has to really consider what they're wearing every day. Whether it's work pants, which are normally slacks, versus jeans. Jeans, I can always put a belt on. So I know that I have to, for the holster that I have, which I love my leather one, for me that happens to mold to my body better, and I can conceal it better. So I know that one, I need a belt. I need to wear a belt. I can't put on slacks.
I recommend a belt for anybody carrying a gun. It just adds the extra support you need.
I don't have a nice belt. Like, if I was to put on black slacks and be like, let me get a hefty belt.
No, maybe that's not an option.
I'd look like a fucking asshole.
Sure.
Okay? That's the end of it. So slack
somebody needs to make.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Somebody make a nice heavyweight belt for me to wear with slacks.
That looks nice still, yeah.
Or, here's another one. It's summer. So now if I'm going to carry, I'm definitely going to be in jean shorts. If you see me
Daisy Dukes
without jean shorts on, there is a strong possibility I'm not carrying because I don't have a belt. Okay? Belts don't look good on little
So-
tiny white cotton shorts.
Is that what
Oh.
it is? Belts don't look good, or there's not a good amount of belts
I don't
made
know how to
for
have a
it?
fucking belt.
They
I
don't
don't-
make them, or you don't have one?
Where do I find it?
I don't know. I'm asking
Good,
you.
me either.
Okay,
Um,
that's what I'm asking.
I don't want a tactical looking belt.
Yeah, I don't. I get it. That too many people just say change your style.
I'm not going to do that.
I don't
worked
think that's the
hard
right answer for girls.
For the size that I'm in. I'm not going to change my style. I'm vain. Okay? I want to wear dresses. Another thing that I'm still having issues with is carrying with a dress. If you can do all of these things for me, I will buy your shit. Done.
Our female pants. It's been a few weeks since I wore female pants, but
Yes.
are the belt loops normally the same size as males, or are they smaller?
No, that is a great Eddie. They're so much smaller.
They are.
They're
Yeah,
so
that's
tiny.
a big deal.
They're like fake. Like, oh, here's some loops.
Yeah, good luck finding a belt.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's like the little tiny pockets you guys get.
Yeah, we get.
Yeah, that's somebody should jump on that. That's a little niche right there.
The fabric tends to be crap too, so the clip goes right through whatever you put it on.
Yeah, so even my little white little cotton shorts, even if I put a belt on it, they can't support the belt because they pull them down, and then I walk around with my crack showing. And crack kills. Okay? You don't want to see that. Okay. So appendix is hard. Anything is hard. I don't want to put it in my purse still.
No, but
it's a constant struggle. But I like so far the thing that I do like is when I am able to carry it.
You're 230. You're
my leather
238.
one appendix works for me because I can carry it as long as I plan my outfit.
Right.
That works.
Have you tried those? Have you tried those bra ones or those thigh ones?
Mike is very much against the bra ones, and anybody that I've come in contact with trainer-wise, you get ripped up and down for the bra one, so I haven't.
I've never seen anybody or known of anybody to have one, so just curious.
I would love to try the flashbang holsters, just to try it, but even like there's a lot of range rules around here that says that you can't have a holster where it would flag somebody
right.
If you're wearing it, which if you're using the bra ones, then that does flag somebody, because it's pointing to the left or the right. But I like the idea of carrying up here because there's a lot of this that hides a lot of stuff. I also would love to try the can stuff. It's just it's expensive to try, and then you got to order it online, and you're like,
We had somebody come in asking about can actually.
They're cute.
Yeah.
They got like corset thingies.
Yeah.
And then there was this other one that I saw that was kind of like the belly band.
That one was irresponsible at best.
With Vera Bradley print. Somebody on Etsy, who is the guy that came in who's got the cute little daughter and the wife, and he bought I Hate Stickers stuff.
Brittany.
Boom. She got something off of Etsy, I believe, and it's got like Vera Bradley print, and it's nice and comfortable here, and she's been trying it out, and I don't know who does it, but I'd like to try it.
Yeah, I'll put you in touch with Brittany on Facebook. But yeah, Larry's girlfriend.
Yes. So.
Yeah, so I hope that answers most of your questions.
Probably not. Sorry.
But it's a good opinion on all sides. Leah, what do you've got for your news topic tonight? Let's hear what you got. Leah. Hello, Leah.
Do you have to unmute yourself, Leah? Does anybody hear us?
No, we lost Leah.
I hear you.
Okay.
I hear you, but it looks like they're frozen.
Yeah, they're frozen. So, let me prep this video here because I'll skip over Leah for a second there. For Bust a Gun Myth tonight, Leah had suggested that the gun myth that pillows silence guns. And this sort of goes along with the fact that movies portray silencers as something they're absolutely not. So I want to play this video
Leah and
here.
Glenn lost power. Is what happened.
They lost power.
They lost power.
Jesus. Oh, they're coming back. They're on their way back here.
It was an EMP.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna keep doing this, talking about this right now while they come back. So, check this out, guys. I wanted to play this video and show you all that essentially suppressors. We're debunking a myth here that suppressors sound like the movies, because they don't. So take a listen to this. Sound of a full auto.
Hey guys, Mike here from All Star Tactical. Just demoing our brand new dealer sample.
And it's just me shooting some full auto stuff with a suppressor.
And our billet upper receiver has our battle trigger in it. We put a Yankee Hill suppressor on it, and we're gonna do a little fun at the range here. All right.
So it's quiet, but it's still fairly loud. And that's a 223 suppressed.
It's not like the movies.
It's not like the movies at all. The movies are like a peep peep.
Yeah.
Right. So that's not it at all.
Is that?
And I think that's a great myth to debunk, because nomenclature. While nomenclature is important, it's stupid for us as gun owners to harp on the fact that when somebody goes silencer, no, it's a suppressor, or assault rifle, no, it's not. It's a waste of our time to argue about that. So, yeah, no, it's not a silencer. It doesn't silence. Call it silencer, suppressor, whatever. Either way, it's still pretty fucking loud. It cuts it down, but it's still loud.
Yes, it's not like what happens in the movies.
No, the movies make it sound like a laser beam or something coming out at instead.
Well, and I like the pillow effect.
Yeah, they always show that you stick a gun up to a pillow and it makes it sound like a silencer.
Like somebody's kicking a wall or something.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. So, Glenn and Leah, you guys are back?
We're back.
Cool. So I skipped over and did bust a gun myth. So Leah, now that you're back, let's tell us what you got for news article tonight.
So a couple weeks ago we talked, well, mostly I talked about the Democrats and the sit-in that they did in protest to a lack of gun laws being passed in Congress. But so I was reading today. Basically, and I mean, one of the guys that was the leader of the sit-ins, he came up through the system as part of the civil rights movement. So a sit-in, nonviolent conflict, it's kind of it's how he learned how to do it.
So he did it at anti-civil rights sit-in?
Well, some people's civil rights are more important than others. So basically what they're saying in this article, and this is a New York Times article that I'm reading, is that because of various rules and regulations within Congress, what they did may or may not have been illegal. And there are a few things that they said that kind of, I mean, the Republicans are, of course, throwing a fit because that's what they do, but there are some things that are concerning, I guess. Basically, things like, after the House goes into recess and the television feed gets cut, it is a violation to continue filming inside the House. I'm sure there's some sort of, I don't know, secrecy law or something that is to blame for that. And it basically the biggest issue that the Republicans are holding, and I agree with them, as my previous thoughts I expressed. They made Congress look bad. The behavior was unbecoming of the Congress of the United States of America. And I have to agree, they were sitting on the floor, which is also against the rules, by the way. I mean, I don't think that they'll be punished for it because that's just kind of how politics works. But it's interesting how much they are willing to bend the rules to get their way because Nancy Pelosi wants to. So that's my follow-up to the little freak out I had about their stupid sit-in. It was stupid.
That's a good follow-up. Good follow-up. So, Glenn, we're skipping your news. We're pushing it off till next week because next week we'll do a big talk about all this, the shootings and everything. Because by then we'll have more information.
The article I have is going to dovetail really well with that. So.
Yeah. Plus, we'll have a lot more information as well about it, and we are running not crucially, but we are running late tonight. So I'm going to skip over Tech Corner as well. Not a whole lot overall in tech. Pokemon Go got released for phones. And
What?
I've seen everybody fucking posting about
Pokemon Go.
I downloaded it this morning.
I downloaded it this afternoon too. I haven't.
What is it?
You actually walk around with your phone camera and actually find.
It's the thing we were talking about. You have to like go places.
Yeah, you go places. There's like your Pokemon gym is close to you.
Oh my god, I'm gonna do this with Jack. He is gonna freak.
It's pretty cool.
That's so cool.
So there's your tech corner.
Oh my gosh, that was the best thing ever. Oh my god, I gotta do
And
this.
it's free.
He's gonna.
It is. It's free.
This is gonna blow his mind.
While we're talking about tech, Eddie, you been flying your drone at all recently?
You know what? It's funny that you should mention it. I haven't flown it in probably, I don't know, like 3 or 4 months because I'm on my 3rd controller.
No shit. My gimbal broke. I haven't flown mine since probably a year.
It just stopped working. I tried to do an update and I wasn't getting it wasn't sending the video to my phone. So I sent them a remote. I sent them the remote. They sent me a new one. Didn't work. Bam, bam, bam. I'm on the 3rd one and I haven't tested it now, but I'm probably going to this week.
You have a 4 or a 3?
I have a 3 Pro.
3 Pro. The 4 looks awesome, but I am very hesitant to drop some money on it based on your problems and my problems, you know?
Yeah. I'm okay as long as they keep repairing it, but if they stop, then I'm pissed, you know?
Yeah, for sure. All right, so let's go to our next segment here. Leah's got a cattail in her face.
Isaac said that he needs a new gimbal as well.
Really? Yeah, my gimbal, I tried replacing the cord or the ribbon, and it didn't help. So
You tried a lot of stuff.
I was waiting for one of the sale of one of my websites to go through to buy a Phantom 4, and then once I had a new one, I'd send this one back finally. Or it's $600 for a new gimbal. I could buy the whole gimbal. It still fucking sucks, you know. I just spent fucking $1,100 on a clutch for my car. I don't want to have to buy a gimbal. So,
you know what really grinds my gears?
Let's talk about what grinds Erica's gears.
You know what really grinds my gears?
Oh man.
What do you got for this?
Well, you can tell that it is indeed summer here in upstate New York. Not because of the blistering heat or the crazy humidity or the fact that we get to see the sun in 9 months. No, you can tell because all of the old people from Florida are back. And you can tell because they drive like shit. Okay? Let me tell you how many times today I encountered an old woman driving the wrong way on the wrong side of the street. Okay? That really fucking grinds my gears. Not in a parking lot because she's stupid. No. They turned and then just decided to stay in whatever lane they wanted to. Okay? Like they turned at a left light and then they went into the turning lane of the other lane that should be going left. All right? So, yeah, the crappy drivers are back. I don't know if everybody's on goddamn vacation or what, but people just don't give a shit.
Definitely drive like shit in the summer, hands down.
It's because they're done wintering in Florida or wherever they go, specifically Florida. They're done wintering there, so they come back up here to torture us with their awful driving, okay? And they're going to kill somebody. So take your head out of your ass. It's not that important to get to the grocery store and walk around super slow.
That's for another grinds my gears.
Oh, get out of my way. Don't you see I have two boys
You know what really grinds my gears?
that really want gummies? And they need to get to the gummy aisle now. Get out of my way. Okay? But they need to get off the goddamn road. Go sit with your friends. I don't know. What do they do? Bridge? Is that a thing? Bridge! Bridget, Leah's new job. Go there. Get off the road. Pay attention. We're not in Ireland. We're not. Okay? Drive on the right side here. Thanks. Excellent. That's what grinds my gears.
Mine too.
You know what really grinds my gears?
See? Oh, I love the dog. The corgi. That just really makes my day.
What corgi?
Eddie.
Oh, Eddie being a corgi.
Little puppy corgi. Aw. Oh, that's so freaking cool.
That's hilarious. All right, so I'm gonna skip over YouTube video this week too, because like I said, it's 11 o'clock already. So, what do we got upcoming? We're all of us locally are going to the Renaissance Festival Sunday.
Only if it doesn't rain.
Yeah, hopefully.
Now it's gonna rain. Sunday of all days, it's gonna fucking rain.
You know, we've been dry for like 2 weeks, and it's gonna rain Sunday. So, hopefully we'll make it out to the Ren Fest. If not, we'll figure out something else to do. Be a good
You
time.
guys were talking about dressing up, were you?
You were thinking about it, right, Ari?
Well, I don't know. It's the first time we're bringing the kids.
It is the first time we're bringing the kids.
Normally, I do dress up because I have kick-ass outfits. And where else are you allowed to display your boobs like that and
Sure.
not be called a skank? I'll be called a wench. But I don't know. To me, that seems better.
That's a little better.
A little bit better. But with the kids there, and Alex already has an Oedipus complex,
Yeah.
so
Well, hopefully the weather holds off where we can all go. I know the 4 of us from the show are going,
Yeah.
plus another 4 friends of ours.
Yeah.
Should be a good time. Like I said, hopefully the rain holds off. Like I said, otherwise, if it's sprinkling on and off, we'll still
Let's go.
No big deal. If it's
That'll
fucking
probably be more pleasant than this.
yeah, if it's fucking pouring like crazy, I'm not
No.
sure I can handle it.
Cranky
Especially
kids.
because the kids will be fucking retarded.
I'd go in the pouring rain. I mean, then you're going to
I'd
guarantee
go if we
nobody's
weren't
going
bringing
to
the
go
kids.
there.
Yes, yeah. If we weren't bringing the kids, I would definitely still go. But yeah, so next week, we've been thinking about doing every other week, but we'll keep you updated. I think we do have a lot to talk about based on this this law enforcement stuff going on. So maybe we'll pop on and talk for a bunch next week as well. No guest for next week. We do every other week for guests at a minimum. So hopefully, if you're interested or know somebody who should come on and wants to talk about their business or something, have them hit us up. I know Luke from Browncoat is interested in coming on, so that'll be a good time as well. But yeah, so anything else you guys want to add? Once again, follow Eddie on Instagram at Tactical Outfitters or gettactical.net. Glenn and Lee, anything to add?
No, I'm excited for the Ren Fest.
Cool. Ari, anything to add?
No.
I'm not wearing a crinoline if it's going to be 90 degrees out.
I'm just gonna
Lord.
Putting that out there.
I'm wearing just a loincloth and would carry a club
Oh,
around.
that's a great idea.
Yeah. Kilts?
Are you guys going to do the feats of man?
Oh, we're definitely doing feats of men.
Like the tomahawk
We
throwing,
do the axe throwing, the knife throwing,
the getting stuck on the
the
slide.
archery, the rope ladder you gotta walk up.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah. I'm bringing ones for that.
The tetanus thing.
The tetanus thing. So
Circumcision.
What state?
What's the stab you with a rusty fork and see if you get tetanus?
yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah, you take the axe that you're throwing.
I
you make
cut-
sure
I
there's a
cut
really
my-
good
yeah.
burr on
I
it.
cut myself one year, like I sliced open my hand right down the middle on one of the axes.
Yeah.
But I still fucking nailed that shit.
You got the medal.
I've won. I'm undefeated feats of men over the last like 8 years.
Yes,
Nobody's
your
beaten me.
wooden little like spray painted gold medal. You won it.
I got that shit.
And tetanus.
Totally,
And tetanus. So
totally worth it.
definitely. We appreciate everybody listening tonight. Tonight was a great show. We talked about a lot of good stuff. So Make sure you guys hit up Facebook, search Crash and Burn Listeners. There's a Facebook group that you can join, request to join it, and we'll add you. If you want to add anything else, we can continue the discussion there. Or if you're listening after the fact, jump in there, and I'm sure there's be other great stuff. So we really appreciate being on. Thank you, Eddie, for being on as well, Mr. Corgi Face there. And we will catch you. We'll catch you all next week or the week after. Just stay tuned or stay part of the. Watch our Facebook page to see if we're going to do one next week. So thanks again, everyone. See you later. Bye.
Night.
Bye.